Hello, I'm Justin Hill, prize-winning author and creator of Words with Words, and welcome to the 25 Books That Made Me. Now, I did say it's my last book of poetry a couple of days ago, and I was wrong, because, as you imagine, this has been a really tough list to compile. And I went back, actually, today to perhaps the first literary writer that I really connected with, and this is Seamus Heaney and Death of a Naturalist. I was lucky when I went to St. Peter's in York, where I had a kind of a mountaineer English teacher, a guy called Dave Hughes, who he was, he did a kind of the old school teaching. It was quite interesting. He would give you your entire syllabus for the year at the beginning of the course, and there was all kinds of stuff in there. And among there was Seamus Heaney. And I just connected with Heaney. I think kind of there was, so many poems here that I can remember very clearly still. Digging, Death of a Naturalist. I'm trying to think of the one where his brother dies. These were a world that seemed very familiar. My dad had a veg, plot in the garden I would dig, and it was a world. I guess what really connected with me, looking back now, was he seemed to be talking about the same kind of, I always thought about kind of a northern world that I'd grown up in, which was not London. It wasn't glamorous. There was nothing exciting about it. The small details were of, digging leaks out in winter and things like that. And that northernness, I know he's an Irish poet, but that northernness, I think still kind of hangs around Heaney. And so when he went on to do Beowulf, it seemed entirely natural to me that this great Irish poet would be translating this great work of Old English literature. So, yeah, I've always connected with Heaney. I've always liked Heaney. I missed Heaney by a year at the Hong Kong Literary Festival. So I was there in 2002, I think. And I think he'd been there the year before. And so everyone was talking about Heaney. You could still feel his presence. Everyone was so enthused, enthralled by him. You could still, his ghost was still walking the streets of Lan Kwai Fong in the early hours of the morning.